Hey everyone, it's Apselene, and today I will be showing you the process, or my process, of creating a pin animation loop in Adobe After Effects and Photoshop. But before I get into that, I just want to let you know that this video is graciously sponsored by Wix. If you haven't already tried it out, or maybe haven't even heard of it, Wix is a free-to-use website builder that allows you to create stunning and professional-looking websites. Wix offers a ton of features for your website, such as Wix FAQ, Pro Galleries, Wix Booking, Wix Videos, and Wix Code, which allows you to create even further functionality customization. Did I also mention that everything is drag and drop and utilizes guides and snapping to professionally modify your site? So this means whether you're a beginner with site building or a professional coder, Wix can be useful to you. I personally use Wix for my portfolio website. It showcases my art neatly and professionally and also allows me to add other necessities like my animations or even an FAQ. So if you're an artist or someone who just needs a website for your business, be sure to check out my Wix website and go to wix.com/go/Apselene and see how I utilized Wix for my portfolio website. So this pin animation, as you may have seen already, is of the musical artist Billie Eilish for her album When We All Fall Asleep, Where Do We Go? This painting was created for the BilliexAdobe contest, but I only animated it after I submitted it because I simply didn't have enough time before the contest deadline. But hey, that doesn't stop me from doing one for fun, I guess. First things first, decide what you want to be animated. I'm going to be going for animating a blink cycle for the eyes, the strands of hair, and the head, the web, and the spider. So basically everything. I'll be using Photoshop to erase and paint out the assets I need for the animation. I end up separating the background, the spider, the base, which is the head and the web without the bangs, and the bangs all separately. Here's the process of creating the frames for the blink cycle. This will be traditionally animated and put together in After Effects. Now time to compile everything in After Effects and get started on the animations. I try to take everything one step at a time and not overwhelm myself. The regular loop and the devilish loop will both be 5 seconds each. When compiled, it'll create a 10-second animation loop. First, I'll be putting the blink cycle together and finding out what timing and sequence of the frames I like the best. After that, I pre-compose the blinking frames with the base and begin animating it using the After Effects pins. The animations take a bunch of trial and error and finding out what mesh settings and motion looks good. Just make sure that all the animations start and end exactly the same. That's how we'll get a good loop effect. Now I'll be animating the bangs with the pin animation to look as though wind is blowing through them, and again, paying attention to the beginning and end frames. Now for the fun part, animating the tarantula. So what I did here was I animated the initial motion of the spider, and then after that I animated a slight up and down position movement. And looking at everything together, it's coming out pretty funky. After I'm done with the final animation loop, I'll render this one out as the normal blinking loop. Now time to work on the devilish blinking loop. This will contain a regular blink and then turn all satanic and red and then kind of blink back to normal. I wasn't going to do this initially, but I couldn't help myself and I had to add something different. So with that, I hopped back into Photoshop. I wanted to give her a bloody nose, static eyes, and sketchy horns. For static to come through the eyes when the loop changes, I went ahead and created a blink frame, and I'll incorporate that into the original blinking loop in After Effects. After that, I drew out a 3-frame boiling animation for the horns, which is pretty simple. I incorporated all these new assets with trial and error, tweaked the colors, added some static and some noise. I also added a bit of a slow-mo effect for when the scene changes, and I used the time remapping tool just to kind of stretch it out, and honestly I think it turned out pretty cool. And again, making sure that the loop always fell back to the original first frame. And that's basically it. Just compile the 2 videos and you'll have something like this.
All the good girls go to hell, 'cause even God herself has enemies, and once the whitest stars to rise and heaven's out of sight, she'll want the
So yeah, I hope you guys liked my video. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!